Hello Fantasy Faithfuls and welcome to Ezekiel Elliott's 2020 Fantasy Snapshot.
Drive in the second half. Begins with Elliott, breaking it into the secondary, and it's a foot race, and he will not be touched.
In 2020, the Dallas Cowboys and Ezekiel Elliott will be facing a group of teams that last year gave up 377.5 fantasy points to running backs in PPR, 9th least in the NFL, with 4.23 yards per carry and only 10 touchdowns on average. Breaking down his rushing, we see that there was a change last year in how he was used. He carried the ball less to the outside while focusing more on the B and C gap. Lastly, the number of times he ran straight up the middle went down as well. Diverse rushing patterns with some of the lowest A-gap runs by any top backs. And for Zeke, this is both good and bad. Good in he shouldn't run too much to the outside left, while he should be running more up the middle. But with Travis Frederick gone and the right side staying the same with Lyle Collins and Zach Martin, more runs to the right means more production overall. The opponent that fits his strengths the best is the Baltimore Ravens. They gave up 7.7 yards per carry to opposing running backs in Zeke's best lane outside the right tackle, so be sure to start him in DFS for that game. I would like to take a second to remind you to hit that like button, leave a comment what you think about this video, and subscribe to the channel. I love every interaction I have with y'all, and every little bit helps me put out even more content. Ezekiel Elliott's one-game floor is 13.2 points and ceiling 27.8 based on the last 3 years. This ranks as the second highest floor and sixth highest ceiling for running backs in PPR. And the likeliness of him scoring above the ceiling and booming is really high at 7.1%, while his bust risk below the floor is also high at 9.4. With the changes in Dallas, the floor looks to be a little high considering the aerial weapons Dak Prescott now has. His touchdown rate last year was 3.8%, right on average for running backs. Not normal for Zeke, so we should expect a few more touchdowns next year. Based on my market share study, I have him predicted for 280 carries and for 69 targets in 2020. Zeke was extremely usable with only 2 games that he was really bad in, and unfortunately they were really bad. But 14 usable games is still the best among running backs, even 2 above Christian McCaffrey and 1 above Dalvin Cook. The situation breakdown for him shows that he scores more points at home than he does away, not uncommon at all. He also scores more when playing a bottom 16 run defense, but doesn't make a big difference if the opposing team has a winning or losing record. So home games against bad run defenses is what you should be paying attention to the most. Zeke saw 59 red zone carries last year and 11 targets, and with those touches he scored 13 touchdowns, which is not that great. With 78% of his team's red zone carries and 19% of the targets, he should see some positive regression, and like I said before, easily scored 2 more touchdowns even with Lamb, Cooper, and Gallup stealing looks. The average risk of Zeke not scoring above 10 fantasy points in 2019 was 9%. He's the last back with single-digit risk with McCaffrey, Henry, Jones, and Cook. After this, there is a big gap down to Chubb and Barkley. Based on his current ADP of 7th overall and all the numbers I laid out in this video, I give him a draft grade of A. In conclusion, even with COVID-19 and a new coach in Mike McCarthy, I expect Zeke to produce on a high level week in and week out, and I feel extremely comfortable drafting him anywhere in the first round.
It's Elliott! Elliott for the touchdown! No flags! Cowboys lead!
Hello Fantasy Faithful, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check out more of them right here and here. In case you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat.